Let's put Stoptober behind us and get into Boozevember, or whatever I'm going to call this month. Welcome to the Good Morning Portugal Wine Club. And let's bring them onto the screen. Those Wine Club ninjas who I think are ready for a drink now. Let's give them a round of applause. Gary and Linda Austin. The Terence Austin. Miguelino and Kat in central Portugal. Oh, where's Kat? What have you done with Kat? Right, well, hopefully she'll join us in just a moment. First of all, Gary and Linda, how are you doing, Linda and Gary? As you can see on your screen there. How's your October been?
Very dry.
Dry. How was that?
I did the sober October thing to try and find out, what it would feel like, whether it would have any effect on my health, my well-being, my balance of life, etc. Whether I would have some great epiphany of cleansing of the soul and body, and no, not really, not even just no.
Oh, not the merest morsel of transdimensional consciousness raising.
Not even a grain of it, to be honest.
Right.
It's overrated, but had to be tried.
Right.
I haven't really found it particularly hard. Yeah. It's just one of those things. Overrated.
What happens at your time of life?
Terence Austin, everybody. Yes. You were asking a question there. Was that a bit of heckling, or was that a genuine question?
It was a heckle. It was a statement. Yeah.
Right. So you haven't partaken of such extreme.
No. In fact, mine's been the complete reverse. I've had a very wet time. I've drank everything that basically was around. Probably furniture polish I'd sink if I got an opportunity.
Yes, well, I saw you drinking on Saturday night.
Oh dear.
Furniture polish. You were on the
karaoke. Yeah, just coming out of that gap in the stage there. Can you see that? It's
you can buy these laptops. It's like having a genie in a bottle, but it's Terence in a laptop instead. Every home should have one. I hadn't noticed that. I'll come back to that a little bit later on. Linda, how are you? How's your month been?
Well, I have been dry as well,
wow.
But I've got to sort of be a bit more careful about how much alcohol I consume because of my new medication. So it was no big deal to me to stop for a while. So, yeah.
Good evening to Pete and Diane as well, who might be back from the Fundao protest today. I don't know. We'll find out about that as well.
Not today, no. We're knackered from our travel the weekend. So.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll come to you. So, Linda, I thought the pharmaceutical companies have done such great work, and the only thing you weren't meant to have was grapefruit. But a booze is also a bit of a no-no, is it, for something?
It has, because I've been given an extra medication.
Oh, okay.
That's
bonus.
A bonus one, yeah. But a bonus I didn't really want, but so it just means I have to be more careful.
Okay, and the supportive gesture by Garvo then in October was helpful, presumably. But you are going to have a little tipple, both of you, tonight with wine with a story.
A wine to try, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, wonderful. And it was your idea, wasn't it, Gary, to have Once Upon a Wines with a story, yeah?
Interesting wines with an interesting name or a story or something just to talk about, basically.
Anecdotal. And of course, here he is, anecdotal man himself, Terence Austin. How are you this evening?
Very well. Just seen Pete there. Great to see you. Now, Pete, let's clear up something now, straight off, right? Am I still banned, right? Or are we mates now?
No issues at all. Honestly, I'm knackered. We've only got back.
Can't be bothered.
There you go.
So I'm not unfriended anymore. Nervous.
It's a new month. Let's let bygones. We can sing "Should Old Acquaintance" if you want. A bit early.
I'd rather have a quick burst of Gingang Gooly Gooly.
Yeah. You know what us girls are like.
Yeah. That changes the atmosphere, doesn't it? A quick round of Gingang Gooly. Who doesn't like a round of Gingang Gooly? Terence, how have you been then in this last month? Drinking furniture? No, you weren't really. I mean, just basically your appetite has not.
I actually have been drinking quite a lot.
Do you want to talk about it?
I do really. You know,
What happened when I was 15?
No, but it's a bit worrying because I have been drinking a lot. I mean, you know, when we had the old event on Saturday, I drank quite a lot before I even came out the house, and I don't know why I'm doing it, to be honest with you.
Cry for help.
Boredom, maybe,
Yeah,
John.
too much time on your own. That's what it is.
You got nobody to talk to except yourself.
That picture, like, it kind of reminds me of the type of guy you're pulling off the street. You know, the one you feel a bit sorry for.
Well,
The one you know, with his little Mac on and his hat and everything. Come on and come and join us, because have a sing some.
Yeah, we do have a lock in, so we'll have a chat. Make sure you're okay. If anyone is concerned about Terence Austin, we will.
Just me, or did everybody hear that sound effect then?
No, what was it?
Because while Gaz was talking, he went dong dong ding it, dong dong dong, all over his voice.
Seriously? Oh God,
I'm drinking too much, aren't I?
The furniture polish is really kicking in tonight.
Can you still make a fist? That's if you can still do that, you're fine.
Oh dear, how many fingers?
Mate.
Right. And that might have been you then. I saw a guy in a Mac chasing seagulls away from his bottle of wine on the beach. That was a different guy. Okay, right, fair enough. Well, thank you for being here this evening. Obviously, an opportunity you didn't want to miss. I'm guessing you have a bottle with a story. Back to you on that. Miguelinho and Katz, bon night. Tudo bem? You may answer. I think they're not answering.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Now we're all. God, this computer's ridiculous.
Technology.
All that stuff you just said when you were muted. What was it?
Oh, I can't tell you what we were saying before. That was rude.
Someone unmute this chuffing thing. Okay, yes. How are you both?
I'm intrigued by this dry October or whatever it's called.
Right.
I didn't know there were 2 of those in a year, because that's awfully close to dry January.
Yeah, we usually do dry January. Maybe, is it just this side of the pond, dry October?
Stoptober, is that just locally? Oh, Gary's doing it. He's muted
just here, or we've never heard of dry October?
No.
Well, it didn't happen for Lee. Lee got kicked off Facebook for his not sober October. He reversed the flow.
Sober October. Oh,
Okay,
gotcha.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
That's a silly thing. Just because it rhymes, you shouldn't have to.
There's no way. It's my birthday in October. There's no way I'm going to go on a sober October.
Yeah.
No,
And
right.
Lee posted a beer every day just for not sober October, didn't he? So
Until he got kicked off. Yeah. Oh, send me the link. Should we send him the link?
Oh, this could be messy.
Yeah, go on.
We put it to the
It'll be good fun.
All right, okay. Okay. Pete and Diane, how are you?
yeah, good. Yeah, a bit knackered. I got lost in the Medina on Saturday, so yeah, I was kind of a bit. I really didn't think I was going to get back.
He decided to go shopping while we all went camel riding.
Well, yeah, I couldn't go camel riding, could I say? There you go. But yeah, no, it's good. It was
Ethical grounds. Why couldn't you go camel riding?
because I had an operation on my bits that would be in contact with a camel.
So, I see. Bump meeting bump sort of thing. Yeah.
Indeed, yeah, absolutely. But
One
no,
hump would do.
good. It was good. The belly dancing was great. The candelabra dancing was fab.
Yeah, I went to a restaurant for a meal and with all our friends, and it was 2 of them up in the birthdays, so the belly dancers were dancing all around them.
That was really good.
Really good.
And it was
A lot of drinking.
People from our little village, so it was quite nice. But yeah, we
them popping across to Morocco from Portugal, very easily done. Was it a weekend trip or a long weekend? How was it?
Yes, we went Friday came
Sunday.
back Sunday afternoon. So yeah, it's really quick. It's a quick flight. It's an hour and 15 minutes. So it's not far to go. And then on top of that, it's kind of it's just lovely being in a completely different country.
It was warm.
In Africa, it was really hot. So it was like 28, 29 degrees. Being in Rio, where you've got the you've got the kind of in the middle and stuff was just lovely. And souks and stuff and Medinas are just great fun. So the only thing is they're digging up the main square in Marrakesh. So that's a warning to anyone going out there now. So
I did see a lot of the buildings that have been damaged by the earthquake 2 years ago as well.
Yeah, but Jamar El Fanar isn't quite as bubbly as it usually would be, but the food's just fantastic.
Eaten a lot, we've drunk a lot.
Yeah, it's been good.
Well,
Yeah, the problem is with Morocco is it's a dry country, so we spent probably about, I'd probably say about €1,000 on drink just between us over the
6 of us, yeah.
over the weekend. So it's quite different from Portugal. It's an expensive.
Not a very dry country, as it turns out for you, though.
Well, we did get wine.
You can find places to buy it, but it's expensive.
Absolutely. But I think this wine that I picked up at the airport for a tenner is 40 quid in most restaurants, if not more. So you can go upwards of a couple of grand on wine, just because of the fact that it's all imported. Well, no, it isn't. That wine isn't imported, but most of it is.
We had to go hunting around to find a place that served alcohol.
Yeah.
Wow. So you've definitely got a wine with a story. Amazing. So an hour and 15 and you can be in Africa from Portugal, or you can go to central Portugal, fall asleep in an Airbnb and think you've been kidnapped and taken to Marrakesh. But he said he'd be here tonight. Let's see.
Didn't he?
That manifests. Right. Lee, give us a thumbs up, or probably a different digit, knowing you, if you're ready to come onto the stage. Right. Yes, there we go. Lee, what happened to you on Facebook?
Good evening, people. Can you hear me?
We can.
We'll start with the wine.
Okay.
I did not sober October, which is my tradition for October.
Yep.
And Facebook sent me a warning that I've posted too many alcoholic images. And they asked me if I needed advice and support.
Oh, wow.
So I told them politely. Yeah.
But you do need advice and support. I mean, they're onto something, aren't they?
Yeah. Where to get cheaper beer and how to have big more without falling over, and where the police stops so I don't get stopped from driving. That's the important advice I need, but Facebook won't support that. So apparently, I'm in the sin bin for 30 days.
Really? You actually got banned for your response to that message?
Yes, I can comment and I can like things, but I can't post anything for 30 days.
Serves you right.
I was 18 days into me, not so October, posting a picture every day of my alcoholism.
Isn't it lovely how Facebook are taking care of us? That is really reassuring to know that we are
really
being
really considerate, but go fuck yourself doesn't work on Facebook.
I don't want to be bad. I'm streaming onto Facebook now, and he's taking me down with him. Okay, let's.
I'm actually making dinner tonight.
Just a quick reminder that this is the Good Morning Portugal Wine Club and not the Man Cave.
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
you need to run the banner along the bottom when I appear. You know it's already.
Hey, man, always
there should be a banner.
Hola, y'all from Nubia Net. Nubia Net, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us this evening and others.
Whilst I'm making dinner, I've got to go. I'm drinking JP.
Yep, your
the story behind it is it's $2.99 a bottle.
Yeah,
I could buy it on the street and I enjoy it.
That's a great story, isn't it? Facebook will be sending you another message.
Get you banned from Facebook.
That's right. Cheers, mate.
It might have been the 15 pictures of beer before that I got me posted. Anyway, good night, everybody.
Yeah, ciao.
See you Friday, guys.
It's a chin and a ciao to Lee. Well done, Facebook, for at least trying to save that man from himself. Right, back to the wine.
Facebook actually does that. That's absolutely stupid. That's another good reason why I'm not on Facebook anymore.
Well, it won't be long now until that sort of behaviour is linked to his digital ID. So when he actually goes to buy his $2.99 bottle of wine, he won't be able to because his bank card will be locked up. And we will be saved from our worst excesses thanks to social media and American tech corporations. Cheers to that, everyone! Right, what's your wine or your once upon a wine tonight, Gary and Linda?
Right, the big reveal. Right, I've been waiting to try this wine for a long time. So I thought this is the night. After a night of a month of being not tasting wine, I'll go for the one I've always wanted to try. It's
Oh, hold on.
Oh my God!
No, you've been waiting for this moment, haven't you? I need to give you full screen. For
I needed to come out to the cupboard and
stay where you are because I also need a screenshot of this. All right. Got a lovely smile on Linda's face as well. So that's okay.
Now then, you might think it's called what we think it's called, but it's not. That's not the way it's pronounced. They say in Portugal, I think it's guiche.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which means chalk.
Of course it does. What did you think it meant? Honestly, everybody.
Well, there is 101 humorous comments you could make about this wine, but I've been told it's a very, very good wine and it must be tried, which I did. So I've
well,
it's going to try to lead once. That's what they told me.
Yes,
barley grape. Barley grape.
Oh, go on then. You
from the Beirada region.
Beirada, yes.
Yeah.
We're flying the flag for our local kind of region.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Made not too far away from where you used to live, in fact, Carl.
I'm going back there this evening virtually as well. Yeah, this is my story. Yeah, so it's going down well, is it? The
now then, right?
Yeah.
Let's put the other level on, right? Because this is next level wine.
right. Okay.
This is about 25 quid a bottle.
Wow. Okay.
You don't get it for any less than that. I've never seen it cheaper. So I thought, I haven't spent any money on wine, so let's buy one. So it's one of those wines that you're going to have to treat very, very carefully, because when I put it in the glass and opened the bottle, it had a very, very vaporous burn off of alcohol, and with a very, very like balsamic vinegar, sharp
taste.
cherry balsamic vinegar sort of hint to it. And me, I always taste it when it comes out the bottle, and it was pretty awful, to be honest. It was pretty.
Seriously?
It was pretty. I'm not going to like this wine. This is quite.
Well, you
sharp.
said that to me. You said you're not going to like this one.
Quite sharp. Quite. It's not really me, but it's changed. It's changed in the glass. It's mellowed. It's warmed a bit, and it's got a bit more friendly. And it's a very complex wine. It is a humongously complex wine in smells and taste. So I'm giving it its chance.
Okay, so I'm looking. It has its own website. This particular brand, the winemaker is Luís Gomes, handcrafted wines. Let's bring this onto the screen and have a little look here. So, this is lovely. If you've been eyeing up a wine for a long time and you just push the boat out and have a chance to enjoy it, and some would say you don't normally spend that much in a month anyway. €25. You don't need to, do you, in Portugal necessarily? But that's 25 is expensive, isn't it, by most people's standards for a bottle of wine in Portugal? To be fair, not in the States, of course. And there's the range there. They do a fizz by the look of it, maybe one of each. I'm thinking there's a red, a rosé, and a white, and an espumante there. And there's the vineyard, Baga grape, of course, where the Baga and Maria Gomes predominate. So there's a Maria Gomes. Is he related to Luis Paco as well? Possibly, I don't know, or connected in some way. There he is. Wines made with love and guige. Thus, it is born the solo project in chalky nature soils, reminding a guige chalk. So there was never a smutty innuendo to be made here, was there? It's just truly a Portuguese word, and they weren't just trying to rely on some sort of cheeky marketing campaign at all.
No, it actually means something connected with the wine. It's just a complete fluke that it's called guiche.
Which just comes as a big surprise, so to speak.
It does come as a big surprise, yes.
When you're a foreigner and you're confronted by that in front of you in the supermarket. Wow. Okay. So we're looking forward to how that is revealing itself to you, really, isn't it? It's a complex.
It's unfolding. It's literally unfolding by the minute. It's changing. It's smell and taste, really.
And this is the experience, not one to open and drink straight away at all.
No,
you've got to aerate and let it
definitely a sipping wine, this one.
Yeah.
Can I just access it to another wine? Can you pass me that one over, love?
Yeah, of course.
The normal one I go for, the Baga, is this one. And if ever you see it on the shelves, it's what, a third of the price.
Oh yeah, Marquês de Marialva. Okay,
the black label, that's what gives it away.
Yeah,
now that is a really, really, really nice wine. Yeah, and this itself's got an interesting story as well, because the Marquês de Marialva, right, used to be, it's a title that was kind of come from, I think, the dukedom of, I'd say Cantaneda, where you used to.
Cantaneda, yeah.
Cantaneda.
Yeah.
And it was passed to a guy, I can't remember his name, the first Marquês de Marialva, who did great deeds in battle for King Alfonso. And this very same battle, there was another guy, and there was a story about this guy, and he was even braver. He was holding the standard for, I think it was the Aragon they were fighting, and he was holding the standard. And while he was holding the standard, somebody come and cut his hand off.
No.
Yes, and then brave though he was, he picked it up with the other one and waved the flag for some amount of time until somebody come along and cut the other one off.
No way.
And being the trooper that he was, he actually picked the standard up with his teeth and flew the standard, and the guy survived. He survived, and he was known. I can't remember his name, but he was.
Well, we can guess, can't we? If there's a bit of sort of military humour in there, presumably as well.
How did he pick the standard up if he had both arms cut off?
His teeth.
With his teeth.
You're not listening, are you?
His hands.
His hands were cut off. He picked it up with his teeth.
His teeth.
Wow.
His teeth.
Yes. Yeah.
He said, "Come on, cut these out, you buggers." It was it's a bit Monty Pythonish, isn't it? Really, almost.
It is just a flesh wound. Yeah, yeah.
But that wasn't the Marquis de Malvarado. That was one of the guys in the battle. But the first Marquis de Malvarado was rewarded for his bravery too. Don't know what he did, but I bet he couldn't beat that guy.
No, that takes some beating, doesn't it? That legendary behaviour, amazing, which would make for a great reenactment, wouldn't it? Well, if you go to one of these reenactments and they
it's just a scratch. Come on.
Wow, we've got somebody here. It's a fella I kind of recognise. I don't know. Let's see if bring him onto the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I know you.
Who is it?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, Frank. How are you? Olá, boa
I'm
noite.
doing all right. I'm doing boa noite. Tudo bem?
Our very own Marcos de Marialva. Yes.
Minha vinho da noite é esta. Esta é vinho da Douro.
Okay, all right. So you've got a Douro. Has it got a story? Yeah. Or it will have by the end of this evening, right?
Yes. It does have a bit of a story.
Okay, great.
Sold.
We'll come back to you. Thank you for being here tonight. Really appreciate it. Right. So the Guige, we escaped lots of giggling from Frank in that. You arrived at the perfect time, actually, Frank, because it kind of got quite disruptive with Gary and Linda's suggestion. Terence Austin, what did you go for? What's your Once Upon a Wine?
Oh, right. I'm on. Yes. I don't know whether you can see that. Can you see it?
Yeah, we're going in. There we go. Yeah.
Can you get a focus on that?
Yeah, Quinta da Arlorna, 2021. Cabernet Sauvignon with the Touriga Nacional.
Exactamente. So it's
good.
a bit of a French and Portuguese combo, really.
Yep.
Which is, I've seen it before. I've got to be honest, it's the first time I've had it. And I've always been attracted by the label for some strange reason. It's very restrained, which is weird for me. And I've often thought, what's the sort of combination with the Cabernet and the Touriga like? Because I like Cabernet and I like Touriga. So is it like, why not put them together in a wine? And here it is. So I wanted to try it. So I did. And I've written down quite a few things, which I don't know whether you want me to go into now or a bit later.
Yeah, please do. Go on.
Yes, go on.
Go on. Yes. Give us a twirl with your story.
It's a good twirl, Anthony. I'll put my glasses on. Right.
Like Larry Grayson, actually. That was more of a Larry Grayson thing, putting the glasses on.
Yes.
Come on, Everard.
I think it's actually got a summer fruits type.
Just like Larry Grayson.
Just like, shut that door. Right.
Look in this place.
It's a curious thing when you smell it. You can get all these kind of like fruits of the forest type smell. And it's got a little bit of acidity in the smell, if you can understand what I mean. It doesn't smell sweet. It smells sort of vaguely acidic. It's a bit like port as well, but port doesn't smell acidic. It's got another smell to it, which has a sweetness as well. So it's a funny combination of two things, acidity and sweetness in the smell. Didn't get any sulfur, didn't get any river water. And you can smell pepperiness in it as well, and I think that's the Cabernet Sauvignon element. But I got to say, I don't know whether it was my nose or whatever. It didn't really have a very strong aroma, but that's all I could get out of the smell of it.
Okay.
It's a 2021, which I was quite sort of happy about, because I don't know. I always think that red wines taste a bit better after they've been in the bottle for a bit. The look, when you swirl it around the glass, the nice thing about it is it's got like this really gorgeous, like a magenta cherry rim to the wine as you look through it, and with claret touches, claret and cherry. And I would say, really, when you looked at it, you would say, well, it's not like a Pinot Noir, really dark, and it's not sort of, some Shiraz, which can be a bit like lighter. It's kind of mid-range, which fair enough. On the taste, it was quite fascinating, really, because it had a collection of tastes. It kind of like it's sweet, but it's got dry notes. So it smells like it tastes, if you understand what I mean. There was this curious thing between sweet and not sweet, and it was there, sweet and acid. So that was there in the taste, and I think you were hit by the sweetness, but what happened after a little while, the acidity took over and the pepperiness. So it's kind of little journey.
That was coming to mind. Yes, quite the journey you've been on.
Yes, quite a
Terence,
journey.
is that all in the same bottle?
It did have two drinks and I didn't know it.
Was it 2 or 3 different wines?
I know what you mean, but that's one of the great qualities of this. So it's got a good sharpness, but it's kind of cloaked in a velvety, soft sort of Cabernet finish, which was lovely. And I thought when I was drinking it, not being a twit and not looking where it came from, I thought this is definitely a bit of a Douro, It's got a bit of a Douro edge to it. But actually, it's from Setúbal, Setúbal, south of Lisbon. So I was thinking to myself, well, what would I eat it with? What would I pair it with? Are there any pairings? And because it's such a sort of gentle experience and a bit not timid, but kind of lilting in a but fizzy in a strange way, I thought it would go quite well with game. So if it went with hare and venison and wild boar, those strong flavors, it would kind of be a nice counterpoint to this soft, sort of vaguely acidic journey on the palate. And I kind of imagine those two things in coming together. And I think I will try it probably with a bit of wild boar. I quite like wild boar.
Check you out.
And some people would say I am a wild boar. Shut that boar.
Make that joke before anyone else gets in. Right, okay. We have a beautiful video here. What do I do here? Okay. Yes, I can drink alcohol in my own country until Facebook try and stop me, I guess. Let's reject those cookies. You seen the beautiful video from the producer here? A little bit different. We haven't seen a sweeping shot of vineyards yet, have we?
No.
Okay. This is Alorna. What's happening here then? This is the welcome you get at their headquarters, perhaps.
Well, perhaps men in suits.
What a place. Everyone's looking a bit serious. Oh, okay, they're lightening up now. Oh, 300 years of production. And these look like some very sophisticated establishment Portuguese people, I would say.
Did I see Prince Andrew then?
Maybe, but not anymore.
Okay. You mean Mr. Mountbatten?
Andrew. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. Well, that's a celebration then of their 300th anniversary.
Wow.
What a
Portuguese
location.
gentry.
Yeah, I think so, don't you? They do seem a very distinguished bunch.
Yeah.
And quite serious as well.
Big posh, aren't they? Big posh.
Extraordinary, right. Okay. I'm sure there is a sweeping video of the vineyards as well, but that's a special occasion. for Quinta de Alorna there. Your choice, and not a cheapie either, right? You've pushed the boat out a bit, I think, tonight for this one, Terence. Am I right?
Not really. I mean, I'm not the most generous person in the world when it comes to wine.
It's
I'm not in the I'm not in the realms of that toff over there to my left, that geezer. You know, what is it? He'll go and spend 25 quid on a bottle of wine, no problem. But no, this one came in. It was under a tenner.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I didn't think that was a bad buy for under a
But
tenner.
at the higher end of that bracket, I'm thinking as well. Okay, so Benoit Tolic from the Squire. Cheers to you. May your glasses always be full and your worries be few. Thank you very much. And Lee McGrady's back. He hasn't served up dinner yet, presumably. I just posted a photo of a beer, and my comment was every day. Happy not sober October. That was it. Oh, okay. He's explaining himself further why he was banned from Facebook. They're just trying to be helpful. The road to hell and all that. And no good deed goes unpunished. Right. Thank you, Terence Austin. That was really lovely. You really thought about that. And it sounds like you've been on quite the adventure with that particular bottle there. Alorna.
I do want some adventures with bottles.
Yeah. And not just to the bottle bank. Right. Miguelinho and Icat. Or Noit, what have you got there? The big reveal.
Big. I think alike.
So what are you making of it then tonight? How is that for you?
Well, it's we're still celebrating Kat's birthday, so we thought we'd push the boat out. We actually bought this about a year ago. We went to we went to
somewhere.
We went for the taste. There's a tasting room for Bairrada, right next to the what's the hotel? The
Korea Palace.
The palace.
Yes.
Yes.
That's not really a palace. It's a bit of a dump, but it's called.
Oh, really? Is it really?
Faded glory.
Oh, it has more faded glory than Figuero's Dos Vinos.
I'm sorry to hear that, because I love that place. Frank and I have set foot in that lobby there.
Yes, that's a beautiful hotel. Amazing hotel.
Yeah, but it looks
pretty shabby.
Yeah, it looks like somebody used it well and didn't wash it. So.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
This, we bought two wines. The tasting. I would tell you about the tasting room. The tasting room is in the old railway station, and we thought this would be great. You could go in and taste some of these Barga wines because we wanted to really. It's not very often you can find a place that just got Barga wines or Barga grape wines. So we went in, and it was, to be honest, it was a bit disappointing. They serve you 3 wines, and they decide what they are. One was a sparkling, one was a white, and one was a red.
To be fair, what they do, unlike some of the other regional marketing rooms, they only pour, like this week, we're only pouring these wines. And there's only, as Michael said, 3 or 4. So it's what our experience with other tasting rooms is, of the regional tasting rooms, is that you can try something from almost any of the wineries that are in their area, but that's not the case with this one. They really say, okay, this week it's only these 4 wines, so it's you don't get
disappointing.
You don't get a broader view of the area.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I made a video there a long time ago, and it was such an exciting place to be. It just sounds like it's not quite. Firing on all cylinders at the moment.
Yeah, the guilt is off it a little bit. But one thing you pay for when you buy this wine is this. The cork on, I guess it's my right, is what's in the jizz, this one.
The tall one.
And that, when you get a cork that's that long, they mean this to stay in the bottle for a long time.
Yeah.
It's also got a wax seal as opposed to just a foil seal. So this is meant to lay down for a long time. Even though it's a 2021, and I could imagine this in 20 years' time you'd be drinking this.
As is a 2018.
18 as it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is we said, so there's some really marvelous Portuguese wines in the kind of 2, 3, 4, 5 euro, but maybe we should start trying some of the 20, 25 euro a bottle, just, to try it. Imagine how good that would be. So this is we're just stepping off into that for a little bit.
I don't know if I have enough superlatives or more superlatives than Terence said, so I'm not sure it's worth the extra €15.
Right. Okay.
I've
So
got some for sale if you want.
underwhelmment for the time being. Am I right?
No, it's actually a great wine, and it's very balanced. It's just, there's nothing you can say about this that's off.
No.
It's got an incredible nose. It's got lovely fruit.
To be fair, back in North America, a $25 bottle of wine is going to be pretty plonkish.
Yeah, it'd be like buying
the
Reserve at Intermarché.
Okay.
Know, kind of the comparison. The Intermarché's own brand wines, the Reserves or the Grand Reserves. You know, in North America, you'd be paying $20 for that wine. So it puts this in a whole different ball game. I mean, this is a wine you'd probably in the US or Canada be paying upwards of $50, $60 for this bottle of wine.
Yeah.
So it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to get a quality of wine like this for this price, it's still an amazing deal. Mm-hmm. And it's just Catherine's birthday after all.
Absolutely. Well, parabéns, happy birthday to you. Belated birthday greetings from us, of course.
It's a great wine, and I knew Gary would come up with something, and I was amazed when he put that bottle up. Catherine said, "Should we get the other one?" I said, "No." It's what we're having.
Yeah, and has that been open for a while?
No.
We were about halfway through it when Gary said he had it open for a while. We said, "Oh, we better open this," but I don't. We'll see what it's like as we go through the evening. But it's certainly. I don't think. I mean, it's very open. It's got lots of nose, and this is being downstairs in our wine area, a Jaeger. So it's probably about 64, or which would be what, about 16 degrees.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing.
Good. Well, glad to hear it. It's a long time coming to this
No,
particular.
it's well worth it. I mean, to push the boat out, once in a while and have a really great wine like this.
Very good. I think other wines here tonight will be fairly sort of one-dimensional, perhaps. I mean, enjoyable nonetheless, but I think the complexity of that will be unfolding as we speak this evening. Thank you very much for the time being. 2 Guige households tonight. What have you got? Is it a Moroccan wine you're drinking then tonight, Pete and Diane?
Yeah, it is, and I can see why they're dry. I'll be honest. Okay, it's really bad. It's like, and this is quite an expensive wine for Portugal.
Very strong,
but it's got the legs of gasoline, I think, and kind of the same sort of. It would make a great cleaning agent.
Yeah. The red one was really nice.
Well, I don't know. I think it's probably because we were about 8 bottles in by the time and a few cocktails in by the time we tasted it. Yeah.
Ideal tasting circumstances, right?
Indeed. I reckon this wine is 2024. It's all in Arabic, so I can't really read too much of it. But I think it was probably on the shelf in the airport for a good 2 years. It's maturation, and I don't think it needed any of it. It's pretty bad.
We weren't having trouble sleeping tonight anyway.
It's pretty bad. But we've resorted to drinking tea, which I must admit I haven't drunk for bloody ages. So I'd rather have a glass of our Moroccan tea instead of
That's no ordinary tea, is it? That is a hell of a teapot. Did you get that at the end?
Oh, that was fun. Yeah, it's always good to get something, 1 or 2 things, but not wine. I would definitely not buy wine. I mean, what's amazing is Max was trying to point this out the other day, is you would have thought without drink, they'd be more organized. They'd be like, the road, everything would be clean. No one would have like hangovers in the morning, all these things. But no, not at all. It's complete chaos. So it's strong coffee doesn't have the same effects on a society that I thought it would do. But
you need a strong coffee.
Not Germany or Switzerland, is it? Okay, very good. And can you just show us a teapot again? Because it looked, at that brief glimpse, it looked like it might have been you were drinking tea out of a shisha pipe that you put.
It's good. So the reason why in Morocco they pour tea from a high length is because you want to show that there's no sand in it.
Wow.
But no, they're good fun. But it is hot. I have to admit, I've got to have a gardening glove on to handle it.
Nice.
It's quite so sexy. But no, it was really good fun. I would definitely recommend it. Gary, you said you were thinking of going.
Yes, I'd like to have a look.
You'd love it. It's
Yeah,
not.
it was really
it's not
good.
a long flight. People are absolutely lovely. We had absolutely nothing
Food
but,
is amazing.
but a great
Sunday.
time there.
Yeah.
And if you want to go as a family, we stayed in Riyadh all to ourselves, like just the 6 of us, and
Yeah.
it was lovely, honestly. And it's a really good bargain. And despite the owner being French, she was actually okay. So one of the very rare
She gave us
experiences
the
of.
lift around as well.
No, she was lovely. So overall, I couldn't recommend it enough to you. But just
you
don't
have
drink.
to do the camel riding.
Yeah, don't drink when you're out there. You may as well just put your mouth open over the rear end of a camel, to be fair, given the.
Can't wait. Had a couple of glasses of 2021 Setúbal Reserva earlier. It was very nice. That's T-Duck's tipple tonight. Frank, apart from that time when you and I were in Morocco, or so we thought for a moment, have you been there?
Yes, I have been there. I did not have a very good time. I actually did not enjoy Morocco at all. It was one of the few places that I did not enjoy. I felt that it was just, especially if you stay in the Medina area, in one of those riads and whatever, it's just it's just a license for you to smell all kinds of awful things, and it's just not worth staying, man. It was just everything smelled like cow piss and dung and all this kind of crap in the middle of the thing, and you're paying $150 as a French guy who wakes up every morning and offers you breakfast, and you're just like, oh, this is a proper ripoff, man. Well, French have their way, you know.
Well, we're getting unfavourable French comments this evening, and Morocco for Frank not going down terribly well either.
Other than getting kidnapped that time, it was other than that, it was not a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a different nationality, though. I think you took issue with.
Yeah,
that.
and then they do at the airport they do a full cavity search on you. I don't know, Pete, but Pete probably enjoyed the cavity search, but I didn't.
People will pay extra for that. Yes.
No, that was an extra I didn't pay for. So the thing is, I was just like, what are you looking for? I didn't lose anything, but like he's really, really going for it. Right. And I was just like, all right, so this is one place I will never come back to. Thank you very much. It was.
We're not attractive enough to warrant the full cavity search. You must have had. I reckon.
Yeah, I know. It was actually not even one. It was two of them. So I was just like, hey, listen, I did not agree to this triple. This was not my deal, man.
So Frank, tell us what you really think.
Yeah. I kind of wish I hadn't asked now. Okay.
So Morocco is not on the list, guys.
As we gather, yeah. What wine though? Presumably, I think you gave us a quick flash, didn't you? Like you did with the guys at the airport.
Yeah, it's Muros de São Luís, and to be very honest, the Senor São Luís should have kept this in there for a short while, because the thing is. Funny enough, because I usually drink Alentejo. My thing is Alentejo or Setúbal wine. But this Douro, first of all, it's for a 2022, it's quite young. And when I looked at the label, I realized why this wine is as sharp and as young as it is. Because it's got like the combination of Tinto Roriz, Tinto Barraca, Touriga Nacional, and Touriga Franca. And I don't know if you guys remember when we were first doing the wine club. I don't know who came in and somebody said that whenever you have Touriga Nacional and Touriga Franca together, the wine it will not be complicated. It's just that the wine will be super dry and it will taste very young. So maybe that is what's going on over here.
Okay. So Nacional and Franca together is a special combination. Are you enjoying it? I didn't get any sense of that yet.
No, this will become a cooking wine. It's not this one is not worth recommending, even though it says best buy. I think they can keep their best buy. I don't think this is worth drinking. I think this will become very good cooking wine, very, very nice pork stew or beef stew with this. But other than that, no, or it needs to be laid down for another year or two. But I don't think it will improve.
Yeah,
what I have found with Portuguese wines, if the mix is more than 2 or 3 different varietals, the wine usually does not come out very good. Alentejo, you can, with your eyes closed, anywhere from Alentejo, you can taste the wine. It's amazing. But other regions, Douro, Down, Lisboa, the wines, as soon as they start getting a little bit complicated, it's not that great.
That's a nuance we wouldn't have said 5 years ago. So you've been doing your research clearly. How many varietals? I think it's over 100, isn't it, here in Portugal?
250.
Yes.
250.
250.
Yeah.
How, that's a factoid that some of us
257.
257 to be exact.
257, 260. 260 in the corner.
Hold on. Someone's just come through. What's that, mate? You found another one?
257.
Yeah, amazing. Right, so quite a few then, T-Doc, to answer your question there. Wow, Frank. So how have you been? It's lovely to have you back. Anything you want to share with us?
Nothing. I've recently moved to Porto,
Well, that's
and I.
Go on, tell us about that. How's that going?
It's very good. Now, I got to say something. A while back, our good friend Garvo over here, don't be fooled. He's not just a pretty face. He's got something. This Garvo has got something going. I love him dearly. We had this conversation. I think it was in one of the shows, and where Garvo was saying, you know what, up north, this is what's going on and whatever. And I was like, in my Algarve glory, I really, really enjoyed the Algarve. But Garvo told me, he was just like, you know what, Frank, up north, you'll find it'll be a bit better for you. You will really, really enjoy it. And, it took me 2-3 years. But I really enjoy Porto. I think it's my kind of town. I enjoy it more than Lisboa. It's not very touristy. I get to really practice my Portuguese because I get to speak it. As soon as you go a little bit to the suburb, it's got a beautiful metro thing. And if you live in the suburb somewhere, nobody speaks English, which I love. And you get to practice your Portuguese every day. Plus, as opposed to the Algarve, the food quality is amazing. And I have kind of found that the wine quality has been amazing up till now. Even the local wines, the wines that come in the vat, the farmer's vat and whatever, even that stuff for lunch is amazing. That's why I'm a bit surprised for a Douro wine. This is Senhor São Luís. He's ele funciona na bem. So
he's Moroccan.
Yeah, clearly. So, Frank, you found your place then, by the sound of it.
Yeah, I do enjoy it. I think Porto is a very good place if you want to socialize, and if you want to have a social life, if you want to have a decent business. Because the other thing was on the business side, I was every year, what I was finding is that as soon as the season is over, it's all tumbleweeds in Algarve. And as much as I enjoyed the Algarve, I did not think it was sustainable. So the business model over there was not sustainable, and I kind of find that over here it will be, because food and the quality is spectacular over here, and then you've got the audience.
Real life, isn't it? Yeah, day-to-day real life, with or without.
Absolutely.
Well, less seasonal, isn't it, Frank? Way more all year round. And I think Porto's got a great vibe as well. Yeah. People dress beautifully, and there's some great jazz clubs. There's loads to do. It's a really
amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. Live music. The live music scene. I've actually been very, very impressed with, because you can go to so many amazing places and beautiful small venues. You can enjoy the music. You can enjoy the food. The variety of tascas and the local food is spectacular, especially if you stay out of. There's nothing really touristy, like in the center of town it is, but I find overall it's got an amazing vibe to it. And when you multiply that with beautiful port wines, and you can try so many. I've actually gotten to discover Porto Branco over here. The white port. I didn't used to drink a lot of it, but the Tony and the Porto Branco, I'm really getting to enjoy. I'm actually experimenting a lot with the Porto Branco and spicy food. It really, really goes very well with it.
Yeah.
Oh, what a lovely thing to hear. Your love affair with Porto, basically. That's great.
I think the Porto
as well, and the glasses. You're looking very jazzy, I have to admit.
Yeah, you fit in well, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. It's my kind of place. I had not realized, after living in Portugal for 5 or 6 years, I had not realized what place would suit me well. Because the thing is, Algarve is nice and everything, but it's just that after a while, like after the 4 or 5 month season, it's done. There's not much going on over there, and that's why I tell whoever wants to move over here. I'm part of a few groups, and I usually tell them that you've got to. I know we've talked about this, but you've got to really live in every area of Portugal to understand where you want to be or where you fit. Yeah. That's the most important thing.
And Frank,
in April,
October to April, it's just dead. Di used to have a place in Sesmarias, and she said, it's just exactly as you said, complete. There's no one there really, and it's so expensive compared to the rest of Portugal as well. I mean,
it's very very expensive. I had thought that entire Portugal has gone crazy with the prices, but when I moved over here, I realized that you can go to a local tasca, a jug of wine, not just a glass, a jug of wine, your main, a small, like as much bread as you want. Coffee, your as I said, your main, and a dessert for €7.50.
Wow!
So
fantastic.
So when you are, and I'm quite sure in the smaller areas, if you go a little bit even further down, you could even get it cheaper. The idea is not the cheaper. It's still, for me, what's more important is that it's still that quality, along with with what they offer. I think it's beautiful. In Portugal, you don't have to spend a lot on wine and on food because there's the abundance, and this is why it's such a beautiful country.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think with Porto, right, it has a certain magic that I haven't come across anywhere else really in anywhere else in Portugal. I've had some fabulous times in Portugal with friends and family. But like you say, Frank, it maintains its authenticity. It's still very definitely Portugal. It hasn't surrendered to the tourist vibe too much, maybe like the Algarve has done. And I know
and as you had said, Garvo, I kind of find that it's the true essence of Portugal, not just financially, because the thing is, this is like the heartbeat of Portugal as far as the financial hub and everything else is concerned. Plus, as you go towards the suburbs, you realize that there's a lot of industry over here. And then you start understanding how Portugal works, how it functions, where the Portuguese actually live and where they thrive. So Porto and the areas around, even like an hour and a half away, is where the real Portugal resides.
Yeah, and you've got some great fish, and the beaches up there, I think, are lovely, just north of Porto. So, yeah, I think it is a really
well. Nice. I'm discovering Matosinhos because I'm actually living in an area. Remember our Portuguese friend? What's his name?
Joel.
Joel. Joel lives in Matosinhos, so I live in Matosinhos, and Matosinhos has an amazing port, and it's got, I believe, in Portugal, I think it's got the best mercado for the fish, because the thing is, they actually, and right next to that mercado, there is this very, very old sardine canning factory. It's just unbelievable. If you guys go and look online, this area, as far as fish is concerned, as far as fresh seafood is concerned, when you go to that market in the Matosinhos, unbelievable.
I will give you a warning though, Frank. You had a bad time in Marrakesh. We had a really quite funny time in Porto. So we went for a massive fish dinner, and the fish was at this recommended place, but they also had sea snails. And my mate ended up shitting himself in Lidl because it came back to haunt him. Right.
Well, that's a fairly graphic depiction of
yeah. The thing for me with Morocco, as far as food is concerned, is almost every day when I was at that Riyadh, it was almost every day. It was about eating a tagine. And like the third day when he said the tagine, I wanted to drop kick him because I was just like, this. Say tagine one more time, I'll smack you. Because I kind of find that okay, the food and everything else is all right, but you kind of felt like when you went to the center, when you went towards that Medina area where there's the guy with the snake and the guy with the monkey. So you're walking by and willy-nilly, he flings the monkey at you and then he'll bring the snake around. I'm like, pal, what are you doing? I don't want the monkey and I don't want the snake around me. And now he wants you to take a picture and he will only accept euros. And I'm just like, this is a proper scam over here. Completely ridiculous.
It's quite
I would watch this. I would watch this on YouTube.
Maybe both had their tattoos before they could refuse and ended up getting 60 euros ripped off. I like seeing the scams. That's quite fun. There is great food there, but it's mainly outside the Medina. The Medina is great for street food, but
hold on a minute. Someone got a tattoo before they said yes.
Yeah, yeah.
They give you a tattoo on your ass, and right after that you go and do everything else. I kind of found
that makes sense.
Also,
Frank,
we also hired. I'm sorry I gave up my secret. We went and hired a tour guide for half a day. And even with this tour guide, after showing us the first place, the palace or whatever it was, the guy started taking us into these shops in the Medina, and he was actually taking us to these places to sell. And I don't want to buy anything. Why are we here? And he said, oh, this is all traditional, whatever. And I was kind of realizing that by that, this trip was really, really going downhill. And everything was a scam and whatever. I'm quite sure that's not the experience for everybody else, but I did not enjoy it.
Well, maybe enough already about Morocco this evening. Clearly, well, Frank's back, that's for sure. And maybe the guys at the airport were just checking to see if you had a tattoo or not. I don't know. Maybe it's all part.
Yeah, he was. I think he even felt the tattoo. So yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, welcome back, Frank. It's good to have you back here. If I may share my story, my bottle with a story, my once upon a wine. It's got to be the Espumante, everybody. This is my story.
You love a fizz, don't you? Don't you just love a fizz?
When I was thinking about what to do with the wine with a story, it all came together really beautifully. So behind me is a thermometer, and you know when you're in a Portuguese house where you're doing a renovation, you tend to inherit quite a lot of ephemera, memorabilia, junk, of the last people's stuff, right? And one of the bits that I inherited in one of the houses was this Cave de Montagne thermometer to obviously to keep the to assess the temperature in your adega. It was one of their bits of marketing, presumably, and I kept it, and it's just made sense, this whole unfolding love and story of Espumante, living in the Bairrada, which is where I got the thermometer, going to Luis Pato, going to that wine shop you talked about, Mike, there, the Korea wine store, which was great when we went. We had a lovely time at the Korea Palace, and I'm really sorry to hear the state that it's in now. But discovering the Bairrada, Suckling Pig, Red Fizz, Sangaliosh, Alianza Underground Museum, such a beautiful part of the country for wine, and especially this Espumante thing. The Portuguese fizz is my most beloved secret or discovery here in Portugal. So any excuse to come back to this. And to bring it full circle, to cut a long story short, we had a wine tasting and karaoke, which of course Terence was at. I opened my laptop and out he popped like that on Saturday. It's so good. I'd not seen it like that before. But Sergio, who put the wine tasting on, he knows about the Cave de Montagne, which happens to be my initials as well. On the cork, it says CM on there, which is fantastic. And he had 3 of these. Antonio Enriquez, who was the founder of Montagne, Cave de Montagne, had 3 of these to taste, and It was interesting, wasn't it, Terence? Because we had quite a few Americans who came along. They heard wine tasting, and I think Americans have a particular view of what a wine tasting is. You know, a presentation.
Oh, they wanted the performance, didn't they?
Yeah, like you know, and that's what you're used to, presumably, if you come from California and you go to a winery.
You're ready for the sale. You're ready for the performance. Totally agree. Just like the way when you called me from the back of the crowd, Terence, come in. And what did you do? You left me high and dry.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. You were great value, and you proved your worth later on in the evening. But Sergio,
I'm not doing that again, I tell you.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. Sergio just said he opened them. He said what they were and let people taste them. That's a Portuguese wine tasting, I think.
Yeah.
No extra presentation.
They did really expect to be educated in all the wines and the flavors and the nuances of everything. And he basically it wasn't there, was it? I mean, it was sort of like you say, open the bottles, try that, try this, try that, and it was very informal, which I loved. I thought it was great like that.
Yeah. Me too. And three of these, right? And one of them was the Bruto here. Another is a semi-dry and a rosé, and each of them challenged my expectations. I'm thinking I want a dry. Dry is my favorite with these, but the semi-dry was great as well, and the rosé was the best of them all. Strangely enough, that was another lovely resonance of this journey, Gavo. Your championing of rosés here in Portugal, and me being able to get a rosé fizz from this maker. And the final wine was the Gloria, Convento de Gloria, the red Toriga Nacional, which what a lovely bottle that is.
Yeah.
And everybody by that time, nobody was bothered about a presentation anymore. At that point, they were just enjoying the Portuguese wines, tasting them in a Portuguese way, and it turned out to be karaoke juice, didn't it? It was just fantastic. It was got the party. So we're on to something, and so cheers to Sergio, cheers to Pedro, the host of the bar. We're on to something there with wine tastings and with karaoke combined, and just a lovely moment to celebrate the lovely Cave de Montagne. I like that Terra de Demo, isn't it? The green one with the lovely shaped bottle. That's probably my favourite, and I think yours as well, Linda. But this is equally good. I'm just not in the habit of buying it, but I will be now thanks to Sergio, who is full circle. Go on, mate.
Try the Terra de Demo rosé. That is nice.
Yeah,
really. I wouldn't do that, but if you're recommending it, I will.
Nice. I will. If you like, I find with the rosés, if you like dry, rosés are probably the ones to go for. The white isn't that dry, but the rosé seems to have a bit more of an edge on it.
Right. Yeah, well, that's what I found. I'm thinking, something sweet possibly with the rosé and fruity and not a nice aftertaste, but it was super dry. It was really nice. So happy to try your recommendation of a rosé espumante and just champion Portuguese espumante. And you sometimes think, I don't think the Portuguese necessarily want this championing. Everyone's quite happy, aren't they, with it being quite a well-kept secret. We don't want too much global compliments or acclaim. Let's just drink it here, keep it here, and keep quiet about it and just enjoy it. Is the feeling I get.
Well, the Portuguese are in Canada at the LCBO, which is which is the store you go to buy wines. The Portuguese are happy selling Alhandra at the liquor stores over there for about 14 or 15 Canadian dollars. When you go over here, Alhandra is not even €2, €2.50. It's like Portuguese wine is not going to be bad, regardless of what kind of wine it is. But Alhandra is not on top of your list when you're recommending Portuguese wine. No. But Portuguese wine, in the 6 years I've lived over here, I've realized Portuguese wine punches way above its weight. It really, really is the kind of wine that for me, it does better than the French wines, Spanish, the Tempranillo, or the other Spanish wines. It really, really matches those wines. Portuguese wines are spectacular, and I'm happy to keep it a secret.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, maybe I should keep quiet. Well, we don't do that, do we? Once a month here. Thunder Duck's got a favourite. I think it's the same as the picture you sent, right? Seguro Viudas Brut Reserva Erdab. This is Spanish, though, isn't it? This is a carver.
Yeah, that's a
across the
carver, yeah.
border. I think
Yeah.
he likes the bottle of this one, spotted in a red.
Actually, that's a great cava. The Segura Viudas has 3 different cavas, and every one of them is really great. They're brute, as long as you buy their brute. And they are really good. And they were selling in Canada and the US anything from 8 to, well, the one in that fancy bottle was about 14 euros, but you couldn't touch, $14, but you couldn't touch that wine for anything less than 30 normally. I mean, they make a fantastic sparkling wine. They're not champagnes, they're cavas.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I mean, that's the other thing about these Espumants. People, when they were drinking at the wine tasting, were referring it to their experience of going to France or what they'd learned about champagne. And, the bubbles are a bit too big for me and all this sort of stuff. And I like it a bit like more like this or like that. And then they found out it was €7 a bottle.
Yeah.
And that was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, now I get it.
Yeah, now I get it. This stuff is really great. Doesn't matter. Yeah. So that was a bit of missing context. So there they were, probably with, their memories of being, having an expensive French holiday. But here we are in Portugal, €7 a bottle for a pretty good bottle of Espumante here, the one that I'm enjoying tonight. Yep. So thanks everybody. That's our, we've talked for over an hour here on our various bottles. It's been a great idea, but I think we should go back for a quick review of each of them. So if we can do that with you, Gary and Linda, first with your Guige. Long overdue. You've been wanting to do this for a long time.
I'll go with you first, love.
Actually, I'm enjoying drinking it. It's just a really nice sipping wine. Just really pleasant. Yeah.
Would you do it again, Linda?
It's what, sorry?
Would you do it again? Would you like? Is this a special occasion favourite now that you would go to again?
I don't know about that, because we have had other wines that I have really enjoyed that are more expensive. It's a nice wine, but I don't know whether I'd particularly want to repeat it.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Thank you for that, Garvo.
Now, when I put this in the glass, right, I thought I bought a pig in a poke. I must admit.
What have I done?
What have I done? I've just thrown €25 in the bin, basically. Especially with Linda, because I thought, no way she's going to like this. No way. And I'm pleasantly surprised the way it's matured and developed. And it just goes to show you have to leave a wine sometimes to just breathe and let it warm up and let it be at optimal temperature, because this has blossomed into a whole different wine. It really has. Now, I know you're not a great red wine fan, Carl. And, the type of wine that I normally go for, that what I call the battleship wines, Stubble, the big heavy reds. This is not that wine. This is quite French in its style. It's quite dry.
Yeah, it is dry.
It's quite sharp, got quite a high acidity point, but in a nice way. It's very complex, and it's full of lots of different smells, and I can see why it probably attracts that price tag, because there's so much going on there. This is going to take a long time to sort of figure out what's what. There's so many smells, so many tastes. We've tried it with olives, which was nice. I've tried it with some blue cheese, which was fantastic. And right now, just try a little bit of dark chocolate with it, which is just superb. So I'm going to give it its due. Right? I thought, now, yes, and yes, I like it a lot.
Right. I mean, it's a different experience by the sound of it.
Yeah, a different level of wine. It really is. There's so many different things going on in here. You can understand why it's been pushed up the price point a bit.
Yep, and some things just can't be made on the cheap, can they? You have to pay what it's worth. An organic meat, for example, like produce that just you can't shortcut. Sounds like the experience you're drinking there can't be shortcut, and that's what you're paying for.
Well, I never thought jizz would taste like this, to be honest. But there you go.
Oh, famous last words. Okay. I hope you've got a palate cleanser standing by. Terence Austin, what do you have to say in closing about your selections tonight? Your
conclusion,
full-bodied Stubble.
Because I have seen the label on the shelves, and I've always passed it thinking, shall I, shan't I? No, I'll go for something a bit more sort of me. This wasn't exactly me. I'm glad I tried it. I'm really glad that I took the trouble to figure out that actually it's a very complex, but also kind and sympathetic wine, which is very laid back, but it's got like like that friend you always meet that first off you think, well, yeah, I'll get on with them, but it's okay. And then you find out that they've got other levels of interest, and you think, well, why did I start talking to you? Well, why did I start drinking this wine? I think it's the same thing, you know. It's quite complex in a simple way. It's like sort of chalk and cheese polemics here, because it's got this acidity and this sweetness all going on, and it just seems to calm it all down. And it's like a symbiotic, in a way, relationship. And then what I find really fascinating about it is because I thought about it and thought about it, what would I put with this? And then I was thinking, game. Let's have a good game.
Good
right?
game. Good game.
Good game. Yeah. And really, it is. I've put something really stonkingly meaty and rancorous with it to.
These are the best reviews ever, Terence.
This sounds like a perfect wine for a lexicographer.
Yes, definitely.
But I must say, I do concur a hell of a lot with what Frank says about wine and also Porto.
Yeah.
I've basically got to take my hat off to you there, Frank. You've nailed it on the head there, and I'm glad you've moved to Porto, sir. I think it's a wonderful city.
Well,
see,
we're
when
looking forward to hanging out with you there a weekend.
I would go Porto.
Yeah,
Every
very
time.
good, very good. Well, let's chat more about that in our lock-in session afterwards. Not yet, though. Thank you for that, Terence Austin. Your elaborations, descriptions get better and better every month.
You're very
They are
kind.
journeys, like the wines. They are journeys in themselves.
I've got a guy in Thailand that writes them all for me.
Is it AI?
I don't. Hey, I think it is.
No, do you know? In summary, it's like it sounded like you get home and you say to Mrs. Austin, boring Dave. I think I might have misjudged him. Had a lovely evening.
But you know what it's like. That's a good point. You go out.
Pick up the quill and starts writing his review.
That's right. And boring Dave. So I've got to go now. No, stay. We're just getting warmed up here.
Yeah, we're just getting warmed up here, fella.
Fantastic, Terence. Right, the Whitbys then. On the Guige, please. A little bit more.
Well, this has opened up, but not as great as I would have expected. I think it's, in Portugal, we're so used to drinking blended wines that they can make almost formulaically. Frank hit the nail on the head, and you've heard me say this before. You can pick up a bottle of wine from Alentejo and tell you exactly it's an Alentejo wine because they've made them formulaic. This bagger, we bought it on purpose because we wanted to try this grape that's supposedly quite a difficult grape to make a great wine from. And I think they have made a great wine. Mm-hmm. And I think the reason it's 25 euros a bottle is they only made 5,000 bottles of it.
5,400.
Yeah.
54. Yeah. That's nothing for the work that goes into producing a wine like this, I mean, you've got to be selling, 10,000 cases before you can sort of bring the price point down. So that's why you're paying 25 for it. You're buying essentially a handmade wine.
It is.
And it's excellent. It's really balanced. There's no off notes. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just,
when we were making wine, we would have been
spectacular.
We would have been very happy with this when we were making wine. So
yeah. Well, nice to hear, and really great that you made the effort and gave it a try tonight.
Yeah.
And now we know. Not much to say, presumably, about the Moroccan white wine that you brought.
Well, I suppose it's a bit like living in Britain. You realise when you come to Portugal that coffee is just terrible in Britain, right? It's just awful everywhere. right? It's really, really bad. And you recognise that actually living in other places, coffee is a much better option than it was back in the UK. Going to Morocco is quite nice because it just reminds you how good the wines that you can get are incredibly cheaply. You know, you realise that you can pay an awful lot of money for some really quite terrible wine. I have to disagree, Frank. When we went out to eat and stuff, we went outside the Medina and we went to a very swanky kind of. I think it's got the best reviews in Marrakesh, right? Absolutely excellent restaurant. Food was amazing, but the wine was still pretty bad, right? And I think that what you were saying, I've had much better wines for that cost, as you can get a Prato de Dia here for what, €5-6 if you go to the right places. And I've had better wine with that than we've spent quite considerable amounts on over the weekend. So it just gives you an idea of how good the wines are in Portugal. I mean, at all levels, I'd say it's just a much better option. So
I think the Portuguese tourist board and wine industry could pay you to go to other countries to slag them off and say how good the wine is over here. Possibly that wouldn't be such a bad deal, would it? Very good. Thank you for that. But Diane, did you want to add anything to that?
No, I think if I was going to have a wine over there, it would be the red. The red was better.
Yeah, the red was much better.
But
okay.
I think it's
still expensive, but yeah.
It's easier to hide a bad red, though, isn't it, than it is to hide a bad wine.
I prefer red wine to white one anyway.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Interesting. All right, thank you both. Frank, finally, then, nothing to write home about here. It's going to be cooked with.
No, it's not. But what I would like to recommend from the Douro region, the wine that I drink over here, usually my first choice is usually Alentejo, but the wine that I would recommend from the Douro region is this one.
Well, hold it where you are.
Villarreal. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a good.
Great wine. Yes, I agree with Frank. Either way.
Villarreal. Yeah.
It's a very good wine, and especially this Reserva is a very, very good wine. So if you're going to drink Douro, don't drink the crap I just drank. Drink the Villarreal because it's very, very good wine. And to those folks who are watching from overseas, we've got rarely do you find wines that are not this they're not up to par, but thing is, for some reason today I found one. Usually the wines are amazing in Portugal, and it's for the money that you pay. It's the same thing. Like this wine that I'm drinking right now is I paid $5.50 for it. And once again, I go back to my old rule. It's like any time you pay more than €4 or €4.50 for a bottle of wine in Portugal, then you're looking for some kind of trouble. So most of the time, €3, €3.50, $4, you'll find amazing wines over here. And the thing that I've realized in Porto especially, that when you go to some nice places to taste the wine along with the food, one thing amazing about the Portuguese culture is that the wine is not there just to accompany the food. The wine is there to complement the food. So it actually completes the dish that you're having. So like, let's say if you're having a 3-course meal or whatever, if every course they're changing the wine, there's a reason. They want you to taste the wine along with that food that they're serving. So yay to Portuguese wines.
Nice. Yeah. A nice moment to finish. Although I do have to say, fly the flag one more time for the Espumante. I love these. I would.
Espumantes are beautiful. I would actually like to know which rosé would, because I know Garbo has always been very, very good with rosés. Which rosé would he recommend is his top rosé? Garbo and Beautiful Linda's.
We'll talk about that.
That's a very wide question, Frank. Depends what sort of rosé you like. Whether you like a dry rosé, you like a more fruity rosé, or a sweeter rosé.
That is a Portuguese answer. It depends.
But the thing is that not like if you're talking very dry, I don't know. But the thing is somewhere up there with dry, but a hint of fruitiness. But I'm quite sure you will have a few recommendations.
Shaker.
I knew you were going to say Pacheco.
Yeah, but if Frank likes drier, then I've not really found one to beat Pacheco on that fresh, dry crispness. They make a pretty damn good rosé. But there's your Macinta do a rosé, which is a bit more mellow, a bit more fruity, and it's probably slightly sweeter.
Yeah,
but I haven't really found one to beat a Pacheco rosé
take
yet.
that into the lock-in with us. We've got a comment from David here, David Tejeda. Come and visit me in the Douro. I'll show you the best ones in the world. Well, yeah, okay.
We would love to. We would love to, David.
Where are you, David?
Where are you, David? Let us know.
We like
David. David, you've made such a mistake. But this is a group of lush. This is a group of lushes you're dealing with. We'll show up wherever you'd like.
We're shower-uppers. That's the thing.
But we show up.
Yeah, I know that might have just been to me, that invitation, possibly. Let me know.
Oh, great, Carlito. Thank you very much.
You have to try and get hold of this on the mainland. Isn't it lovely when people say that from Madeira or the Azores? Have you got it over there in continental Portugal? And what he's talking about here is a rum made with cane sugar. Yeah, here it is. Branca is the name of the brand. And that's a Madeiran thing, which presumably is too good to go in the poncha. I mean, I guess this is drunk more simply than in a poncha, but maybe it is. Maybe it goes together with some of those lovely Madeiran abacajis, the ananas over there. Yes, road trip to Douro. Yes, okay, David, we're on. And Alijo, I don't know if that's like an invitation, like Vamos Embora, or if that's a brand name that you're talking about.
That's where he is. That's where he is.
Oh, that's where he is, Alijo. I don't know that.
Alijo.
Okay, but lovely to make your acquaintance, David, and thank you for being here tonight. Thanks everybody for joining us this evening for this somewhat extended version, because all these lovely stories needed to be told tonight. And just as we had Terence on 3 times last time on the Good Morning Portugal
Drew
Wine,
Pritchard.
only twice. Yeah, Drew Pritchard has just popped in. Igual.
So David Cicero is east of Villarreal.
East of Villarreal. Okay.
That's a good road.
He's really in the hills, so it'd be a great trip.
All right, you're on there, David. Do get in touch. You know where we are if you want to track us down, and we can work on that invitation with you. Well, great job, everybody. Same link if anybody wants to join us for the lock-in chat just after the show here. But yeah, what a lovely conversation, and I think we've done Portuguese wines proud again this evening. So we'll see you again. Next month, what are we doing?
I have an idea.
Go on, Kat, please.
Well, Michael and I have been exploring the Xisto villages, and there's a lot of wines that are claim their Xisto roots, as it were. And I think and what that does to the grape, so maybe we could focus on a Xisto wine.
Which is that granite? A lot of granite or lime?
They're in Bairrada area. But
typically they're Bairrada.
But the vines will grow in the shale, in the
shale based wines. Then Xisto wines. Okay, very good. Let's investigate that. Thank you all. We'll see you on the other side in the more private lockup where we really let our hair down. Take care and ciao and bye for now.